Live.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday morning already. Wow. Great. Middle of the week. Welcome to the Human All Day. Cracking jokes already. Welcome to the Human Empowerment Experience. And we are here with Sensei David Hills. He's an RKC certified kettlebell trainer. And that's what we do here in the morning. And we also are here to inspire you and to empower you to live your best life. Because that's what we're doing every day. So I have a question. How many of you are feeling a bit overwhelmed? A lot of things going on. We've got COVID, we've got elections, we've got all kinds of things going. Raise your hand nice and high.
Got it.
Okay. You know, I can feel it too, and you can't help but feel it because you can feel the energy out there. But we do have a choice, and one of the things that I do to kind of get myself centered with all this craziness going on is I go back to the basics. I go back to the basics. Super simple. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, I have a lot of work to do right now, a lot of work with my business. I am an online coach for trauma and addiction recovery. I'm starting a new yoga program tomorrow, and I have a lot of work to do today. So I could easily wake up this morning and get overwhelmed and start flooding my head with all kinds of things. I gotta do. But what I did instead was I took a deep breath. Deep breath from the tummy, in and then out. And then I went back to the basics. And what I mean by this is the simple things, the basic stuff, like taking care of yourself, feeling that warmth of your robe when you first put it on in the morning, when you're getting out of bed, that first cup of coffee or whatever it is that you have first thing in the morning, the sun rising, our dog, just being able to love on our dog, being grateful for what we have, and just going back to the basics. One of the basics is moving your body. And I could have easily have stayed in bed because I think I need the extra sleep, or I just have so much going on that it's overwhelming. But once you get up and you move your body and you do this on a regular basis, it's a practice that you do every day, you will find that it's the foundation of your day and your life. This is the foundation. You move your body. It's discipline, it's persistence, it's dedication, and that seeps into the rest of your life when you're doing other things. But it gives you a foundation for your day. I can now, once I get done with it, I haven't done the workout yet, so I don't know about that. Depends on what he's going to have me do. But what happens is it clears your mind. It helps you stay present in your day instead of worrying about what you should do next all the time and in the future or in the past. It helps you stay present in the moment. And that's really what life is all about, is enjoying the simple things, the things that we have before us, and really taking it in and enjoying it and enjoying the journey. That is your life. If you are busy, moving forward, and not enjoying what you have at the very moment, the simple things, then you're not living your life. You're missing out on a whole thing, because what will happen is you're going to get to your goal. I don't doubt that. And you're going to say, wait a minute, okay, I'm at my goal. And, you've never enjoyed anything along the way. So go back to the basics. If you're feeling overwhelmed and a lot of things going on up here, which that's usually what happens, just go back to the basics. Start with just the simple things and then build upon that and do the best you can every day. And that's all you can do. And that's it. We're not perfect. We're all human. We can only do what we can do.
I like your idea of practicing presence. You know what brings people really present really fast?
What's that?
Holding a cannonball over your head.
Yeah, that does. Because you have to concentrate.
Because if you're not present when you're holding a cannonball over your head, bad things can happen.
Right.
So.
And it's 6 a.m. and we are here for our kettlebell training workout. So let's get started.
Let's do it.
With as he's stretching.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Is there some
First, yeah, that's what
Just
we're.
the camera. The cameraman's on vacation. Or she's sleeping.
All right, here we go. Start some bouncing.
Shoulders movement. Even if you don't do anything with your body the rest of the day, at least do this. This feels so
So
good.
if you're sitting on the couch right now,
Get up, everybody up. Get your body moving. You won't regret it. I can tell
side
you
to
that.
side.
Yeah, this is. You don't have to jump. You could just go like this. I want to give a shout out to my friend Dottie.
Dottie,
Maybe watching. She's been incognito lately.
has she?
But I want to give a shout out to Dottie. She's doing fantastic.
Hands up over your head, lean back a little bit. And shake off a little. Lean back.
And you're just like letting your shoulders loose as it drops down, shaking that water off your fingers. So your hands, you can see me, but
Hands on your hips, feet a little wider.
okay, this
Big
is one of my favorite things to do. Why am I not in sync with you? There we go. You know, if you don't move it, you lose it. And hips, any of the joints, you really have to move them every day.
Other way.
Especially if you're in a job where you're sitting in front of the computer, or like me, I'm sitting usually in the computer every day. You just really need to move your body.
All right.
And it doesn't have to be much. You know, you don't have to. That's the thing. I think a lot of people don't get started with a workout regime or moving their body because they think, well, it's not doing any good just doing these things. Yes, it is. Anything you do to move your body is going to do some good, especially if you're not doing anything. And then you can build on it. Once you see progress, that's what happened to me. Once I started seeing progress, then that was it.
You're hooked.
I'm hooked.
All right, feet nice and wide. Fold at the hips. Keep your legs locked. Back flat. Lower yourself down.
Oh.
Touch your hands on the floor. You can bend your elbows if you can. Keep your legs straight.
This is a great stretch. Oh,
Shift over to one leg. Shift over to the other leg. And back. And back. Straighten them both. Take your hands away and hang. Oh, come back. Last thing, rotate the head.
oh yeah, neck. So I think some of you might have heard this before, but I used to have some really bad crunchies over here when I did this in my neck. And just moving my neck has, I still feel them a little bit, but not as bad. So if you have a stiff neck,
Feet together.
What you want to do is move it.
That's right. I call it the Rice Krispie stretch.
Now this is good for your feet and your knees, and you can do just your feet, just your knees, or you can also incorporate your feet like I'm doing, and it just kind of gives a nice warm up for your feet.
Good.
Are you ready? I want to see who's joining us today. Who do we have here? We have Andy. Then we have my good friend, Craig.
Oliver.
Good morning.
Craig,
I have a different Craig over here. We have two Craigs today.
Get a kettlebell going, man.
Everybody grab your kettlebell. We're going to get started. I'm going to take this ring off. So a lot of times, if you have jewelry or something like that, you might want to take that off. And what are we starting out with?
Start out with your larger kettlebell. Feet on either side. Slightly pointed out or straight ahead. Fold at the hips. Seat the shoulders. Grab the kettlebell with two hands. Drive into the heels, pushing the hips forward. Push way forward. Sit back again. 2, 3, 4, bring it to one side. It's going to want to bring you over. You're going to fight it. Stay centered. Sit.
Wow, yeah.
1,
It wants me on that side.
2,
Hips back. And squeeze your glutes as you come up.
4, 5. To the other side.
It's amazing how much this uses your core.
8. 10, bring it to the middle. Whew. Pop it up. Press overhead. 1 to the bottom. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 6.
Put behind.
Mhm. 7.
My shoulder is a little funky.
8. 9. And set it down.
Yeah, and I was using my big,
Yeah,
it didn't hurt.
you might want to.
Just adjusting my camera for all of you. Hey guys. Let me see who else. We have. Harold wants to be our live video.
Interesting.
I've never done that, Harold.
Well,
Let me just see.
no, don't hit, don't.
Him.
Exactly. There you go. Just send us a private message.
Before we put you on live, you just want to make sure that it's
Okay. All right. So, kettlebell at your feet, 2 hands. You want to go down to your smaller one.
okay. Just adjusting that. camera.
Driving into the heels, pick the kettlebell up. Start with 20 swings, 2-handed.
I can do that with my table.
1, 2,
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Now alternating hands. 1-handed swings.
Use your hips.
Last one, then you're going to swing it to the rack.
Matters if you make the noise.
All right. Swing to the rack and press. 1. Change hands. Everything should be smooth. Set it down.
That was awesome. That was amazing.
As you go along, as you get more and more familiar with the kettlebell, you'll start to smooth out every move.
Oh, I'm actually sweating.
Yeah.
That's great.
Little bumps, those are just places where you're not allowing the kettlebell to flow.
It does get smoother. I know for me, just
Catching it, pressing it, everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, we're gonna do snacks now. So we're gonna go all the way to the top. We're gonna do some little bit of duration on these.
Okay.
So we're gonna settle in, and this is what I want you to do. As we go along, refine the movement. Make sure that it's powered by the hips. Make sure that you're driving into your heels. There's like a moment where you exert energy and apply your forces into the kettlebell, and they get transferred into the kettlebell. And you should be driving into your heels, pushing with your hips, at the same time firing your lats, keeping your shoulders seated and pulling back against the kettlebell. It'll launch the kettlebell in one brief moment of exertion. Will launch the kettlebell overhead. Everything else, you're just sort of stabilizing it until you get it into the position to, boom, 1 split second, launch the kettlebell.
So let's review that just one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So when because I'm always wondering when I actually launch
At
it
the
up.
bottom of the swing,
Yes.
it is fully loaded.
Okay.
At that point, I'm firing my hips forward, just like my swing. But at the same time, I'm going to pull back slightly by firing my lats, right, which are back here. And that firing of my lat and straightening up puts forces into the kettlebell, which will want to launch it straight over.
Can I see you do one?
Here, looks like this.
So you
Right here.
You pulled, your
Listen.
elbow comes in a little bit.
Yeah, what I'm doing is here.
Okay. I think what I'm
Look
doing.
at this, my elbow drops and comes like I'm trying to stab myself in the center of my body with my elbow. And it only comes back like a couple of inches, right? Any of you who have done martial arts know that that center line is where your power is. That's why all of your punches come to that center line and out. That's why everything when you pull towards that point.
I think what I'm doing is not doing that piece and going all the way up like this.
That's absolutely right. This is a subtle piece.
Okay.
You have to, this takes time to get. So we're going to settle in. We're going to practice 50 of these. Here we go.
And we're doing 5 and 5.
5 on each side, back and forth. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Elbow to your middle. 4. 5. Change hands. 1, 2. Change hands. 1, 2. Change hands. 2. Change hands. Second set. Change hands. Change hands. Was that 20 or 30?
I don't know.
Change hands. Change hands. And set it down.
Wow, that was 50?
I think so.
Okay.
I lost count for a minute. But
Yeah, I was concentrating on my form,
it's
which,
good.
when I did it the right way, was much easier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I really like that a lot. It was much easier. And it doesn't take much. Once you have your mindset on it, it doesn't take much to concentrate on that piece. What do we have with us?
Mary Maverick.
Mary Maverick. What a great name. Mary Maverick. Love that.
Is that Danielle?
We still have
Daniel?
Harold and Fred. And we have Andy on
Andy.
Facebook, and whoever else is watching incognito. So, okay, that was very good.
Good. Okay, we're going to go down to our legs. We're going to work on our lunges.
Okay.
But we're going to do things a little different today.
All right.
Move your kettlebell aside. Put your feet shoulder width. Give yourself room in front of you.
Right.
Now, my feet are as wide as my shoulders. So I'm going to call that one shoulder width wide. The width of your shoulders. Not mine, nobody else's. Now, step forward about one shoulder width. Now, here's actually what I want you to do. Come on back. Shift over to one leg until all the weight's on it. And then reach your heel. Pick it up off the ground and put it down a couple times to make sure you're not cheating. Now, don't put it right in front. Put it one shoulder width wide. Good. Drop the knee.
It seems really close.
You want it such that essentially your knee and your heel are on one line. If you've got a line on the floor, you can do it that way. So what's happening is you're like this.
Right, because
So if you straighten up,
yeah,
so that's the straight line from
but
the
look, this
Yep. We'll put it forward a little bit.
right.
Point it to the front. So you're right. Now you're to the angle. Aim yourself straight ahead. Stand back up. Back down. Now, come up just off the floor. Nice. Now, try not to be forward. Try to be straight up and down. Find the line here, which means pushing this part forward. Right? Watch this. Boom. It's like fire. Yes. There it is. Nice. Now, 2 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on back up.
Wow.
Now, we're going to eventually do that with a kettlebell.
Oh my.
Or even a pair of kettlebells.
Okay.
So first, we want to really dial that in.
Yeah.
Before you do it with weight, you got to make sure you're doing it safely.
Yeah. So your form has to be good on this.
You know, here's what I tell people. Look at my knees. If I have something heavy, this is fine. But if I'm like this and I've got something heavy, look what that's doing to my knees.
Working.
Or if it's out here, if I'm carrying something heavy, I have to have my toes aligned with my knee. Both of them.
And trust me, you don't want to injure your knee. If any of you
No.
have ever had a knee injury, it takes a long time to heal.
It's one of the 3 secrets. Don't hurt your knees.
Yeah.
3 secrets to longevity. Don't hurt your knees. Don't hurt your shoulders. Don't hurt your back.
Yeah.
3 secrets to longevity.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling great.
All right, let's do some swings.
Okay, I'm
Grab
gonna get this heavier one.
Grab the heaviest bell that you're comfortable with working with today.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm working my way up from a little bit of a shoulder injury.
We're going to do 80 swings. Here we go. Ten. 20. 30. 40, halfway. 50. 60. 70. 10 more.
'Holy smokes. Wow. I have to catch my breath.
Nicely done.
Okay. I'll be honest. I wanted to quit at 20. So let me get my breath here and I'll talk for just a second and let you know what I was thinking during that. I wanted to quit at 20, but here's what happens when you've connected your body and your mind is I went into flow state. And Mike Chang talks about this. If you don't know Mike Chang, look him up. He has an awesome workout.
He does. Flow training.
Called flow training, but it includes how to find that flow state. And flow state is where you can kind of relax your mind and just and concentrate on your form. And it allows you to get through the tough time if you're wanting to quit or you haven't gotten to your goal.
My teacher used to say, seek the stillness in motion. And that's what he was referring to.
And
everything goes quiet.
Once you can do this, you can actually use flow state in your whole entire life. So you get into a mode where it's up here and it's in here, and you're in this flow kind of state. And I don't know if any of you, a lot of times runners do that,
Runners
or someone that's doing a long distance something or other. But it's a great way to train your mind to kind of get into that flow state, and your body still does the work. And it got me through the tough time. I wanted to quit at 20, and then at 30, I was like, oh, I'm not sure I can do that. And then the whole time I'm talking to in my head, and then I said, forget, I'm just gonna do it, and made my way through. And that creates dedication, toughness, persistence, and you carry that on to your regular daily life.
And you're walking around with the most sophisticated pharmacy in the world on the top of your shoulders. It makes every drug in the book. And when you need adrenaline, when you need endorphins,
it's all in here.
It's
all in your body.
You can just Get your
Yeah.
body to turn it on. As long as your body's functioning properly. If you don't keep your body functioning properly, it won't function that way.
Don't forget to eat right.
Eat, sleep, oxygen,
Have fun.
relax.
Smile. Be happy. All that good stuff. Anyway, so happy that you joined us today for our kettlebell workout and a little bit of inspiration. I hope it has helped you today. That's what we're here for. We're here to empower
See you guys tomorrow. Bring a kettlebell next time.
Sending you love, joy, peace, happiness, and healing energies to all of those in the world who are suffering today.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.